Of the many, many words that we hear in the gospel, the one word that stands out for me today as we hear the gospel story of the resurrection is the word amazed. Amazed. Utterly amazed. I confess to often being amazed. Amazed at my own situation, amazed at what I see and experience in this life. One thing I'm really amazed at is that at the age of 58, I'm here in Schaumburg as a priest, a long, 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 long way from the place where I was born. And I don't know how I got here. Well, I do, but I don't know how I got here if it wasn't but for the grace of God bringing me here. So that amazes me at how the hand of the Lord can work to move you from place to place where he wants you, you know. So I'm amazed at that, really. I'm also amazed that after 25 years of being here, I've never, ever, ever eaten at Taco Bell. Suppose there's always a chance, right? You know? I never had Taco Bell in 25 years, so, you know. I'm amazed that I've not done that, you know. I'm amazed. I was amazed that last night we received 12 people into the church and 2 of them baptized. And that alone is really a great cause for joy and for great celebration. I'm amazed because when you hear so much or you read so much in the media about how the church is, and then it's on the decline, and the church is no good, and the church is out of touch, you have 12 individuals who are seeking Jesus here, and they're finding Jesus here. And that's another reason for us to celebrate. But I'm amazed at all of that. I'm also amazed, some of you will remember, I used to have a little dog called Jonah, and 2 years ago he passed away, and I was heartbroken. And I never thought I'd have the space in my heart to have another little doggy. But then within a year, Jude found me. So I was amazed that in some ways how the heart heals, and you do find space. And it's all the work of the Lord. It's the work of the resurrection. So I'm amazed at all of that. But then you see, that young man in the gospel, who's an angel, tells these lovely ladies who are seeking Jesus, do not be amazed. Don't be amazed by any of this, because this is exactly how God planned it. And do not be amazed to find life where you expect to find death, because it's exactly what Jesus promised us. So we shouldn't ever be amazed at the wonderful things that Jesus is doing, can do, and will do in the world. As he reminded us, you know, that by being raised on the cross, he would draw all peoples to him. We celebrated his death the other day, and now we celebrate the consequence of that. Drawing people to him, drawing each one of you, people seeking Jesus, and he is here among us. So we shouldn't be amazed. But I can't help being amazed, because it's a wonderful thing to see. And that, my friends, is the faith at work in the lives of each one of us. And you have multiple examples, I'm sure, that amidst the disappointments and the sufferings and the heartbreaks and all of that, there are those chinks of light which remind us quite clearly that Jesus is risen, and the place where we find him now is here among us in the world. Here in the world. And how we live that news is so important for us and for the world. We notice that those very well-meaning ladies, holy ladies, what they were trying to do was a great act of kindness and a great act of mercy for someone that they loved. Now, bear in mind, they probably watched him from a distance, being insulted and tortured and crucified and dying on a cross. And yet, early the following morning, they seek to do a very special and noble thing, a corporal work of mercy, to go and to anoint his body. Such was the reverence they had for him. As they were doing this great act of kindness, that is where their encounter with the risen Lord begins. That is when they learn that Jesus is here among them now, in their lives. And the extent to which we mimic or copy or practice those same actions of those holy ladies is the way that we too will encounter the risen Lord. Being merciful to those who need mercy, reaching out to those people that maybe we may be more inclined not to. The kindness and the mercy and compassion that the Lord stands for, as we genuinely try to practice that in our lives, so Jesus will pop up in our midst in a very, very real, credible, and powerful way. Do not discount that Jesus, the risen Lord, is here among us, each one of us. He's here with you. He's here with me. And we are privileged on this day to be drawn to him in this special way. So seek Jesus, but not in the tomb, in your families, in your relationships, in your workplaces, and in the world. And most of all, maybe among those people you'd least expect to find them, the very marginalized people on the fringes. Jesus is there too, to the extent that we seek him and exercise that great kindness, that great mercy for which he is known. We will find him there, and we will be renewed, and we will have cause maybe for joy, and we might actually feel amazed. But remember the words of the angel, do not be amazed. Jesus is not here. He is risen. Hallelujah.